march on concludes and the midshipmen make their way off the field, I am joined now by midshipmen first class Megan Musilli and Rylan Tui. I got the names right, I hope, on that one. Two incredible midshipmen to be here with me.
Thank you.
A Rhodes Scholar for you, one of 32. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How do you find time to put the study in and yet do all the other things you have to do?
I really just squeeze it in wherever I can, and I spend a lot of time on the weekends, and you can ask my family and you can ask my boyfriend, but they've all been very supportive and really, really supportive mentors and professors at the Academy.
And Rylan, while we haven't seen you before, we've seen your work on this March On show, and very specifically last year with the Give a Ship Spirit Spot. And for people that don't remember, we want to give them a look at it because it's one of our favorites around here.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Rylan, and I'm in the Navy. Now, I know what you may be wondering. I'm not going to tell you who to root for. That's your decision. But I will tell you one difference between the Army and the Navy. And that is, in the Navy, we give a ship. To the fleet, and to America.
I give a ship. Yeah, I give a ship too.
We all give a ship.
Now I know what you may be asking. What kind of ships do we give? All kinds. Carriers, destroyers, friendships, friendships, and most importantly, big gas ships.
Big gas.
What kind of ships does Army give? None.
I wish we gave a ship.
Yeah, I wish we gave a ship too.
And that's why it's one of our favorites. Rylan, I said future Steven Spielberg. Is that in your future?
Who knows? But for me, these videos are just an outlet to have fun. This was a hobby of mine before coming to the Academy.
Right.
And I'm just so glad I get to keep doing it. And in my fleet in the career, or in my career in the fleet, I think hopefully I'll find a way to keep them going.
Now, have you heard that Army has the rebuttal this year to the Give a Ship spot?
I did see it, and as soon as it came out, the director contacted me, and I said, hey, I'd rather have a good rebuttal video than none whatsoever.
And I say it, and I'm not giving it away because we will be showing it to people here on CBS Sports Network in the next hour of our program during our tailgate show. It also is funny, but I give you credit for that first one on the Give a Ship. Megan, you have an interesting story, and you went to the Naval Academy knowing when you were 10 years old that this was what you wanted to do?
Yes, I had seen the hospital ship on TV, and it was during the big Indian tsunami. And in my mind, that was the perfect mixture of service, of both medicine and military, and I made up my mind then to come to the Academy.
It is always amazing to me that you can know at that age that you want to serve the way the two of you do. We're in a different time than we were 15 years ago, 20 years ago, in knowing that you do have to go serve and that we are sending you into harm's way. How difficult does that make that for you when you're here studying and then knowing what's in the future for you?
I think that it's something that we're constantly reminded of, particularly lately, and I think it's something that we always have to remember. I think we've prepared for this. We came here knowing that, so I think we're all excited for it in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think at the same time, you know, we are here for 4 years preparing in so many different ways. But of course, we'll be going and serving, and I think for us, this is finally a moment when we can give back.
Today is a day to escape all of that and enjoy the tradition. And man, Army's not enjoying this game right now, but you have to be enjoying 13 straight wins, so you don't know what it's like to lose, Rylan.
I don't, no, and that's why we just kept with the 14 this year, and I think we'll stay strong.
Megan, enjoying this game today, is there anything you can compare it to watching a rivalry game like this?
Oh, absolutely not. I've never really come from a family that loves football that much, so this game has always been the football game in my family. So I'm just excited to be able to be here today with this amazing weather.
Yeah, and we talked all pregame, obviously, during this show, the March On show, about how it's not just the game. It's everything that leads up to it. Rylan, what's one thing from the week that stands out to you, the week leading up?
For me, since I do the videos, it's so much fun to have this sort of week of spirit videos. I think this week we've seen probably 10 or more being released, but it's a constant rebuttal back and forth. And that type of spirit and energy, I think, just carries straight into the game today.
Yeah, and it's always amazing to me that it's midshipmen and cadets with their commanders, with the highest ranking officials that are taking part in it. What about for you, Megan?
I think for me, it's just the plebes or the freshmen. This is their first time going through this, and they've been having so much fun at school, and just seeing them finally get to like enjoy what they've worked for about 6 months now. That's been really great for me.
And is it true, so when you win, as a plebe, things get a little easier for you the next
Yes.
few weeks? What don't you have to do that you would have otherwise?
You want to take this one?
So there are certain things that we identify as a plebe. So running everywhere,
Right.
sounding off when you go around. So having to yell "Go Navy, sir" or "Beat Army, sir."
Okay.
So they may get to walk and they don't have to shout out. But at the same time, I think just having the win is even more of an energetic boost to the end of the year.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you have any friends that are at West Point, bragging rights at least, very least there.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
What do you remember most from your first? Because it's not your first anymore. The last Army Navy. What do you remember from your first?
My first Army Navy, they had that flag. Everyone held up the signs and they made the flag in the stadium. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I go to this school and I get to be a part of this game. And I think that was a really humbling experience for me.
I think for me it's a scale. I come from a small town in Kentucky, and coming to see this awesomeness, this huge stadium, and all the cadets and midshipmen, it just puts into perspective, and so cool to be a part of.
Well, we appreciate you being a part of our coverage of it. Enjoy, and thank you in advance for your service.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We've got much more coming up for you here on CBS Sports Network. Inside College Football, Army Navy March On, presented by USAA.